Welcome back to another episode of Gen Z Sessions. You're with me, Hussein Mdala, hosting the fifth episode of Gen Z Sessions. And today we have a very special guest. Of course, she's special in different ways. We happen to share history. We went to the same secondary school in the same year back in Down the Hill. And I remember she was in the team that was representing us in the top 10 competition back in 2017. She's an active young lady. She doesn't settle for less. She has been involved in different activities. She's the ambassador of Science for All Club. And, I would also like to congratulate her for going to America and representing Malawi. Yeah, that's a big thing. She went to America back in 2023 in August. She came back in December 2023. And this is going to be her first interview ever since she came back from America. With that being said, I welcome Ruthie Coffee. Ruthie, you're welcome to the podcast.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a nice introduction, honestly, and I must say I do find myself quite impressive too by the introduction. But thank you so much.
Okay, did I miss something when I was introducing you? Oh, I didn't talk about your school, university.
Yeah, you did not. So I am currently going to MAST. I'm currently a student at MAST, Malawi University of Science and Technology. I'm in fourth year, final semester. Yay for me! Yeah, final semester,
finally.
Fourth year, and yeah, finally. It's been a long. It's been a
tired.
So yeah, in my final year, I'm pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Immunology and Virology. So studying the immune system and how it reacts to different infections and diseases.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, just a little addition to what Science for is. So in a nutshell, it's a big project, it's a big initiative. So in a nutshell, basically we're helping bring out more scientists in Malawi.
Okay.
We don't have scientists in Malawi.
That's great. Yeah, that's
research
great.
Scientists. So we're encouraging the youth in secondary schools and those in primary school to pursue science-related programs in universities, specifically to biomedical and clinical sciences. So we have kinds of projects that we came up with. So we go to secondary schools. We have the Science for clubs in secondary schools, just like we have those other Science for clubs like SCOM, Capsule, and then we have Science for, and we've been mentoring a number of students, and that I must say I'm really proud of the work that we've done. And being an ambassador for Science for basically means that I've been part of Science for ever since I was in secondary school. So
which year did you join the Science for All Club?
2018. So it was not a club then, but I've been part of the group since 2018, now 2024, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so a quick question. We're going to talk about, of course, we're going to talk about your trip to America representing Malawi. But before we go there, I would like to ask that, has the activities that you have been participating here, you have been involved in different clubs, as I said, did you have any contributions with your trip going to America?
Yeah, they did. So the program that took me for the experience that we're calling is student exchange program, which is funded by the US state government. So one of the qualifications that they were looking for is young leaders that are involved in a lot of community service and community work, or just young leaders that have a heart for the community. So the first one is Science for All, so the youth and Malawi as a whole, and then the second one is I was part of One for All of One project, which is addressing vaccine hesitancy. So vaccine hesitancy is what happened with COVID-19. We had a vaccine that was administered, but people were saying they cannot get vaccinated. So it was addressing that, like, why were people saying no to the vaccine? Like,
Yes.
what were the misconceptions that were there, and what did we have to tell people about vaccines and why they should get vaccinated? So we addressed all those issues and came up with resources, resources that will help people know about vaccines. So yeah, it was more of community work, and I've been a teacher before, a high school teacher for some time, I think for 4 or 5 months at a secondary school. So it's more of community and engagement, stuff like that. So yeah, I think those played a big role in me being selected as a
okay.
So now we call it being a U grader, so me being selected as a U grader.
Oh, okay. So which means I was right when I said that you involved yourself in a lot of activities in Malawi.
Yeah, we could say that.
Okay, that's great. Talking about vaccination, did you get vaccinated?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, for COVID-19 I did. I got the JJ.
Okay, cool. So we are going, we want to talk about your trip to America. But I have to ask you a question before we talk about the whole America thing. Did you miss Malawi?
Sure. I did.
You did?
I did. Malawi is home. I missed the food, and honestly, I missed the people too. So yeah, I missed home. Home is home.
Most of the time it's about the food and the people, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's what makes the place or the community.
Yeah, they say that like Africa has a society, a genuine society, by the way, because I also felt the same way when I came to Turkey. By the way, guys, I'm studying in Turkey. I'm a student in Turkey. I had the same feeling that I miss my people, I miss my food, my culture and stuff. So it's quite normal. It's quite normal. Okay. So I would like you to address the audience or the viewers who are listening to this podcast. What is your overall experience in the United States of America?
I would say it was mind-opening, and of course I've had people saying that I was being brainwashed, which is okay. I was being brainwashed for the good, I would say. But yeah, it was
do you think you're being brainwashed? Do you think so?
I don't know. I would say it helped me change my view on stuff, on things.
Your perspective.
And I don't know if that's the same thing as perspective. And I don't know if I would call that being brainwashed, but as long as it's for the better, I don't mind. But yeah, it was mind opening, and I was able to meet people from different cultures and learn about their culture and their culture and just what they're doing in their countries. So that was really awesome. So yeah, that was my overall experience. It was mind opening, it was awesome, and I met a lot of people.
Yeah, okay. That's great. Okay, I'm assuming that the education system in Malawi and in the United States of America is quite different. Do you agree to that?
Completely different.
Okay, what are the differences, and how did you cope with the differences that you came in front of you?
I would say the whole structure is a little bit different. Like so back here we do have I'll use the university version, end of semester.
Yes. And
secondary school version, which is end of term exams. So here we have end of semester exams, which that was the major difference. So I'll go with that first. Okay. So we have the end of semester, which accounts for my school, it accounts for 60% of the final grade, and continuous assessments, which are like essays and other small projects that account for 40% of your end of semester grade or overall grade. But back here it was actually flipped over, so it was 60%, I would say, continuous assessments, and end of semester or end of term exams were accounting for like 40, even 30%. So it's the end of term exam is not a big deal in courts, but you do have a lot of assignments along the way.
So what are you trying to say? Sorry to interrupt, Ruthie. What you are trying to say is that they focus on the procedure.
Something like that. I would say okay, I'll be honest, with the system that I have in Malawi, it kind of makes me procrastinate, to be honest. So it's like, this is just 40% of the total grade, so I don't have to stress about this. So I'm usually just relaxed throughout the whole semester, and then I wake up like the last few weeks, and then I'm
so
done
you're
with
not
the semester, and I
active.
get good grades.
You're not active overall, and then you get active when you are close to the exams, isn't it?
Yeah. But with this system, I was forced
to be active every time,
to study all the time, and and I would say the professors too. The professors are I'm not trying to say the professors here are not that good, but I would say the professors there were like so concerned with my progress as a student, as one student. Like, if I don't submit an assignment on time, they would email me and be like, is everything okay? If I missed a class, they would be like, so they would always check up on me. Should I say maybe it was because I was an international student? I'm not sure. We'll never know. But they were checking up on me if I missed a class, like, are you okay, and stuff like that. If I missed the submission date, they would always, I didn't meet any who was like, I can't extend the date for you and stuff. They would give me an extra week or extra 2 weeks, and
okay, so
they weren't as
go on. Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay. I just realized that it's okay not to say that.
Okay, so in conclusion, the professors have a strong relationship with their students, isn't it?
Every student, like, they follow up on each and every student, no matter the number of students.
So they do their job passionately.
And to clear that on up, I'm sure there are other professors in Malawi that are like that too, and big up to them for being like that. It's really good to just be connected to the students and what they're doing. And the other big difference, the other big difference was I would say they are more. The education is pretty much more practical than it is theoretical, and I will attribute that to availability of resources. This is Malawi, and I say Malawi is it a developing country? Yeah, and we don't have a lot of.
Let's call it that.
It's not even a developing country. I think we just
we are like, you have to respect our country. Come on, like, we have to.
We have to be on. Sure.
I mean, a lot of stuff have changed.
True, and I'm happy about that. And they have a lot of resources. Continue with that one. They have a lot of resources. So when you learn, they had cadavers. Stuff like that. So you're in first year, you're able to see cadavers, work with cadavers. We have cadavers at College of Medicine.
Yeah, of course.
But it's medical. But with other fields, like, they have, I would say, even the sports. Okay, I think I'm just adding points on top of other points, but I'm saying they have a lot of resources. They have swimming pools, and there are people that are into swimming. They have dancing groups, like sports and stuff like that. So I think they're really huge on sports and all sorts of sports. They have teams, and there are people that get scholarships on stuff like that from different countries, and they're really invested in sports, and we're not. And what else? Being more practical, like, it's more practical than it is theoretical.
Okay. So, I'm coming back to the point you stated about the professors. When you talked about the professors having a strong relationship with their students, but professor, because I've been hearing my friends tell me that class it has been in the schedules and stuff. Do you have that kind of situation in America?
Not really. Ever since I went there was only two classes that had the professors missing the class. Like, the other one missed it once and the other one twice. So it's like they're just on schedule. And this is a thing with each and every student. They have schedules. You can't just
of course.
You can't just be like, I want this, and then they have to check their schedules all the time. So they were always on schedule. The classes started earlier than they should. Like, students showing up. So the class is starting at 8. Students were showing up at 7:30, which is, it's an American thing. They were showing up early, and the professors were showing up early too. No professor was in class at 8 exactly. They were in class 8:45. 7:45. So always on schedule, never canceling the classes. And yeah, back there it's not a thing. If a class emails,
Yeah.
a professor schedules, if a professor schedules a class, it means there's already a big emergency. And yeah, it's not a thing.
I mean, like we also have the same situation here. I remember, like one of my professors at County, they want to like there's an emergency. For example, I'm giving an example. They have to go to the hospital. They notify the students first. Would I won't be available from this time to this time, or when they're coming late, they'll they'll tell the students that like I'm not coming, and our class is shifted to this time. Okay,
that just reminds that just reminds me about how they even do with the classes. Like if you show up to class, you get points for showing up to class. And sometimes if you ask a lot of questions in class, you get points for asking questions in class and stuff like that, which is good. And yeah, every time I wanted to miss a class, I even had to email professor so that they know. And they would always be like, come to my office, and then I'll like a makeup class, something a makeup class, and they'll just help me catch up with the stuff that they were
individually
doing the day I missed the class. Yeah, individually.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's totally different.
I think like they give a lot of, they care about the students doing well in class in their academic thing. Okay. Okay, thanks for the answer. That was, like, it was a huge answer.
A long answer.
Yeah. But so,
sure.
What are the benefits that you saw in the education system in the United States of America that you would like them to be applied in Malawi?
I would say being focused on the student, then I don't know, the whole class as a whole, like I just said, they were looking at each and every student individually.
Oh, so
if a student missed the class.
So your answer is based on the professor,
my
the relationship between the professor and the students, isn't it?
Yeah, and even to students, like they should be invested in learning too. Like if they miss a class, just tell the professor or the class rep, I'll miss a class, and the class rep will inform the professor, because even here we do know that when we skip a class, our professors know, and that actually impacts how maybe they grade us in class or just how they view us. So as students, we should also be invested in keeping our professors updated on what we're doing. Mostly it's a lot of us in class, so they can't know each and everyone by name, so make sure we can ensure that they notice us in a way, and they build that relationship. It cannot be one man job. So the professor is putting in work, and if you're noticing that he is not or she is not, it's the student's job to make the professor, let's say, notice them or ask a lot of questions.
Do you think the students' voices are heard by the professors?
Yeah, I think they are, but mostly we are scared to voice out our concerns.
Yeah, I think this is a very big issue, because it's also coming from psychology, because ever since we are kids, we don't have the confidence to talk in class, because most to some position, like we end up and and then you just lose the confidence, because you don't want to piss off your teacher, because in Malawi,
and you don't want your classmates to laugh at you.
Yes, in Malawi, it's like the teacher, like he's right every time, and you cannot go against him. You understand? And we carry that behavior to Kugula, and then we end up not having the ability to communicate effectively, which is a big deal in Malawi.
So we are mostly scared to voice out our concerns, because we're afraid of their reaction. And I'd say in USA it's the opposite. The students voice out their concerns, and actually it's the professors being scared of the students, scared in course too, of the students, like what would they say. And they're most. I'll just use the word scared in quotes. Yeah, they're usually scared of the students. Like what they would do or what they will say about them, and they're more concerned with that.
I'm sure that even also in Turkey, it's the same thing. Like the students have a voice because the students know their rights. You understand? In Malawi, I don't think we know our rights as students because the professor would be rescheduling classes. Kabina kumesa maklasi however he wants, Kabina however she wants, and we wouldn't do anything about it. In fact, we rejoice about it. We get happy about it. Of which shouldn't be like that. That's how I consider it.
Oh, that reminds me. When I was in first year, we had a professor who I don't remember who exactly, but we had a professor who kept on saying, "I can't come today. Oh, let's reschedule." And then the next week, the same thing. So we had to report the professor to the school. Like we're not learning.
So that's how we're supposed to do. What did the school do about it? Like, did the school take action?
So the school has to talk to they have to talk to the professor and just tell them to attend the classes because they're paying them to teach. So if they're not showing up,
like
they have
like
to
back to event, like
not showing up.
Back to the incident that you mentioned, you stated, you had to report the professor to the school. Did the school take action?
They did. And guess what? The professor came back and he was mad at us.
Yeah, you see?
And he was mad at us. He was like, why would you do that? And stuff like that. But yeah, we are supposed to report to the school and we don't. We celebrate. We go like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was an interesting one. So, I have another question, Which people were you in touch with most of the times?
I would say I was mostly in touch with my fellow youth graders, exchange program students.
Why
there were 3 of us at our school. It's a list. So it was because we shared we had something in common. We had student exchange program in common. So that was one of the things that was turned out. We had a lot of similarities in our character and stuff. So the first one on the big interaction for me was the other exchange program students, and I am a Christian. I'm a Christian, so I was going to a Bible study every Tuesday.
Yes.
So I turned out to be interacting with most of the students from the Bible study, which were U.S. students. I don't think we had any international student on the Bible study. So yeah, it was mostly U.S. students that were in the Bible study, and then I had we Latinos. So there was a club.
Yeah.
Latinos Unidos. So I was mostly hanging out with those guys.
So you were Latino?
I mean, exchange program. So I had to learn about their, about what they do and who they are and stuff like that. So I was mostly hanging out with the Latinos Unidos and Bible study friends and my friends from other classes too. So I'll be honest, I'm just a people's person. I love interacting with people. I love talking to people, hearing their stories, and just talking and stuff like that. So yeah, I was interacting with people from my class, especially my history class. People from my class, there's exchange program students. I got really close to them, especially one of them from India.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then so I was interacting with a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay, so I now have a very important question. What did you learn about Malawi from the outside? Like looking at it from the outside, what did you learn about your country?
Yeah, they don't know Malawi. They don't.
Right?
Yeah. And what was more, I would say, frustrating for me was every time I said I'm from Malawi, I had to be like, I'm black too. So I'm black. So I'll be like, I'm from Malawi. And then they'll just give me a blank face, like, okay. And then I would go on like, in Africa, Malawi from Africa. Yeah. And then I had to, so I always had my phone. So I'd be like, I'm from Malawi, Africa. Let me just show you on the map. Like every time I was like, okay, this is Africa. This is the southern part of Africa. And this is where Malawi is. Yeah. This is our flag and stuff like that. So most of them don't know Malawi. And the only time I met someone who knew Malawi was like, when I was introducing myself to this guy from Latino too, I was just like, I'm from Malawi. He was like, oh, your flag has this and this and stuff. So I was like, yes. So I was so excited.
Did you get happy?
I was happy. So So yeah, a lot of people don't know Malawi, and I noticed that the moment they start to know more about Malawi, they do become invested. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
of
this is a
course.
good country. I would like
Of
to
course.
visit. Yeah, I would like to visit and stuff like that. But then,
Okay, so like like let me explain my part. Like the experience I have here in Turkey when I say that I'm from Malawi. Mostly they don't know about Malawi. They were like, okay, where's Malawi? And I would have to explain like you. But when I'm tired, I will just be like, like South Africa, and get done. But like I got used to people not knowing Malawi, and I got so amazed and surprised when someone knows Malawi. Be like, I'm from
yeah.
Malawi. You're from Malawi, yeah. Like you have Jambo and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, of course we have Jambo.
Yeah.
And I would be so amazed. I'll be so happy, and like I would eventually become best friend with that person.
They don't. I am happy that they know that we are amazing, and I think they know that we are welcoming. And honestly, I appreciate us more because we are welcoming. We're just naturally kind. Like our society ensures that when we are being raised, we are taught to be kind, to be nice to people, and to help each other out, which is very difficult when you're outside. If you're too nice in America, it's weird.
Yeah,
if you're too mean, it's weird too. So it's like you're just in between, in between, and you don't really know which one to be nice or not.
Yes,
so everyone minds their own business. They don't care about what is happening in someone's life and stuff like that. Unless you're really close and you're friends.
True.
But other than that, I know I met someone and I was able to sit down and talk to that person for like 2 hours. And talk about screen stuff. If that person was from Malawi, we would have been good friends instantly. But with that person, we talked for like 2 hours, and the following day we saw each other. She was just like, "Hi."
Yeah, like they're done.
It was just a day thing, and they don't care. But in Malawi, if we were to sit down with someone we've just met and chat, we talk to them for like 2 hours. The following day you see each other, you won't just be like, "Hi." It'll be more.
Yeah, it'll be continuous thing. It'll be a continuous thing.
I would say it's difficult. It's difficult to make friends outside Malawi. I don't know about Turkey.
In Turkey, we have this situation. So I live in Istanbul, and Istanbul life is like a marathon. You understand? Like everyone wants to do something. Everyone wants to get something done. In time. You understand? So people are rushing. And there's this other psychological pressure that everyone has, that if you just poke someone just a little bit, and if you happen to bump someone by accident, they'll be angry at you. They'll be like, they want to just whip you apart and kill you and break you down. But this changes from city to city, because I came in 2015 to Kayseri. And how people were treating me there, I was famous. I felt like I'm a celebrity, because first time they seeing a black person, you understand? They seeing a black person for the first time, and they'll be like, can we take a picture?
Oh wow!
But I came to Istanbul, and the people there in Kayseri, they are kind of, they're welcoming. They're welcoming. Would make friends. They want to know you more. Know about your country, know about Africa. They will be asking you that okay, does what the things that we see in the documentaries really happen in Africa? And I'm like, okay, some part of it, they have specific parts, but otherwise, Africa is also developed. And I'll be there giving a whole presentation about Africa, and of course, not forgetting Malawi. And I was showing them the beautiful city of Blantyre and stuff, But I came to Istanbul, and it's so different, because the people here, most they are connected with the West, so they don't have that intense Turkish culture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so another question. What did you notice in the youngsters in America, or the Uganda students, that you don't see in most of the youngsters here back in Malawi?
I I'll be honest. While I was here, I would say I had that mindset. That was like, USS students are lazy.
Okay.
Like they just have stuff easily handed down to them.
Mm-hmm.
But here in Africa, I have to work for everything and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went there, I was a little bit, and still am surprised that I sort of faced the opposite. The students there are always that most of 80%, which is a lot, and which is the normal population for a university. Most of them were always studying, always working hard. They made sure they get their stuff done. Like I said, they had a schedule.
Yeah, of course.
They knew what to
organized.
Do at a certain time, and organized. They had a schedule. I had to do this at this, and I would say it's because maybe of resources, but they have a large skill set.
Yeah, okay.
Like really large. Skill set. So you look at me, I'll be like, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm good at this. But then you meet a student there, they'll be like, they have a list of things that they're really good at. They'll be like, I'm good at singing, because they have singing classes from high school, from middle school and stuff. But then they'll be like, I'm good at singing. I can play this number of instruments. I can do this. I know how to do this. Like they have a really large skill set, and which is something that is not common in
Malawi.
The people that I've associated myself with here in Malawi.
Yeah. Thanks for being so respectful. You didn't want to include everyone.
But then we don't have a large skill set. If I'm just good at studying and getting good grades in class, that's my skill here. But when I went there, I noticed that there was more. They were good at they were good in class. Of course, the education is also different, but they were good in class. They were getting good grades, good at other things too, and most of them were working part-time jobs.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
It's like here we have full-time school, and that's the only thing I can think of at one time. But they are able to do school and work at the same time, which is, from what I saw, it was like a lot of work for one student. There would be like school from 8 to 5, and then from 5 they have to go to work. And they were mostly tired. It explains why they didn't care about that. They didn't involve themselves much with people.
Of course.
I just go to work, I do school, and I'm done, and stuff like that. So I would say large skill set, and organized.
Okay, so which means if we have to conclude all of this, is that they also focus on developing their personal skill set, isn't it? Like they also focusing on them outside school. They don't stick to the academic side of them.
Just school and just getting good grades.
They also try to find. I mean, that's so true. In Malawi, we don't. Of course, I'm going to say again, the people.
I would say it's because of the setting.
The setting of this.
I would say it's because of our setting. Like if I'm at Mass, I'm a full-time student, so I won't be able to even go. Well, I mean, I'm at Mass. It's in Cholo. How am I going to get a part-time job and commute to my workplace? It would be a little bit difficult.
Okay, that's according to what you want. Like how you want it, because we cannot expect to be employed. We can also be the employer. You understand? We cannot be the employee every time. So I think that
businesses,
in Malawi we have a mindset that I have to get employed. I cannot create a job. It's so big for me. I mean, you think of
I need to get good grades and be employed at a good company.
You see, that's the problem that we have in Malawi, and we end up focusing completely on school and don't get other stuff done. Stuff that are not related stuff that are not related to school. So I think that's a big challenge. I mean, I hope the Malayans, the youngsters, mostly those who are not trying to develop themselves personally, and a big shout out to those people who are doing some things that are not related to school, trying to learn some new skill set. I mean, Malawi is developing, and I believe that with our voice, things will change. Malawi will develop as long as we continue enlightening the youth in Malawi. I believe that change is coming because Rome wasn't built in a day. Things are going to come. Things are going to be better. Okay. I have a last question, Ruthie. I have a last question.
Okay.
What do you expect from the Malawi youngsters in the development of Malawi?
The first one I would say changing mindset. Which is not easy to do. If I grew up in an atmosphere that taught me this is what Malawi is, this is this, and I exposed myself to that community until I grew up. It's difficult to just wake up one day and just be like, okay, I can do this differently.
Yes.
But still, I would say mindset change. I expect the youth in Malawi to change how they think and how they view themselves.
Yeah, okay.
Because I would say don't look at yourself as a group, but look at yourself as a one person. And just as for me, that's how it works for me. Sometimes I don't look at myself in a way that is like I have a number of people that I'm competing with. I have this and that, but I mostly look at where I'm coming from.
Yes.
Like I'll give you an example. The reason why I joined Science for All was I grew up and I had no role model.
Yes.
And I knew that that's the case with the people that are around me having no role models too.
Yes.
Even at Durant Hill, remember, if you had someone who would be a role model for maybe a week, or someone who would be coming from a university, second year, third year, and talk to us students and be like, wow, you went to the university? That was awesome for us.
Yeah.
And the same thing, I've been born and I've been raised in the ghetto.
Yeah.
So role models
Same
that I know
here.
are the people that I saw in the movies. My older brother who made it to the university too, who graduated, and I was like, okay, I think I can go to university too. But I never had role models. That's my point. So when even now, my big goal is to be someone's role model too. Like
of
that's
course.
the thing that I never had when I was growing up. So so don't look at yourself as a group, but just look at yourself as an individual and be like, this is me, this is the environment that I grew up in, and what do I have to do to change my generation, like to make the situation different for my younger siblings and stuff like that. So changing the mindset. And because you don't see the change, there's this, I think, a saying by Mahatma Gandhi, is it? I think it says, be the kind of change that you want to see. I think so, it says that. But I agree with that, like, change that and become who you want to see, and be that to other people that never had the chance to see that. So changing the mindset, you can do it too. You don't have to come from a fancy background or whatever, but you can do it. So changing mindset. And the second one is increase your skill set. If
invest in yourself, shortly.
Invest in yourself. If you have access to, you have a phone and you have access to more fire or pansets, get your more fire and pansets, and just look up the internet for short courses, online courses.
Don't spend it on TikTok, Instagram.
So focus on that, build yourself up. If you can't, if Malawi as a country doesn't have the resources that we want to increase our skill set, we can always do it online. We can always sign up for classes online. And good thing is we have courses that are free, so we can always sign up for those. One thing that I also noticed with the students in USA is they know more than one language. So we can do that too. I just don't have to know Chichewa and English and my native language, which is Chisena. But I can always increase my like the number of languages that I can speak. I can learn how to speak other languages too. So you can sign up with different stuff, like just learn new languages and look for opportunities. This is Malawi, and I know in Malawi opportunities don't just find you.
Of course, you have to look for them. You have
to look for opportunities, and even when it's usually discouraging, honestly, because you look and you don't find. But that doesn't mean that you stop looking. So look for opportunities. Associate yourself with people that will help you grow.
And
Finally, which should have been the first one, is to pray.
Yeah, that's so important.
Yeah, I'm really big on God, because I also know He has been leading me in each and every step.
Of course.
So yeah, if you are a Muslim, same thing. If you're a Christian, same thing.
Yeah.
Believe in God. He's guiding you in your steps, and trust Him. Pray, and while you're praying, work hard too.
Yes.
Don't just pray and wait for a miracle.
Yes.
But pray, and God will help you. God will let me speak in teacher. The small things that you're doing. If you're learning how to speak a certain language, God can create an opportunity through that thing, and just be like, oh, we're looking for someone who does this, that should be good at this thing. And that thing is the thing that you've been improving yourself on. So, yes, but at the same time, we should not be lazy. God should not be an excuse for us to be lazy. So, let's not be lazy. Let's increase our skill set and associate ourselves with people that will help us improve each and every day.
Yeah. Thanks for your answer, Ruthie. And I have to add up to that. There are two types of mindset. There's the fixed mindset and there's the growth mindset. You understand? And I believe that a lot of people in Malawi, they have this fixed mindset. I know this, and this is enough. I don't have to add something on top. I already have school. It's already stressing me out. You understand? That's what we have. You understand? We don't want to, but a growth mindset. I know this for now, and they are always hungry to know some other stuff, of which makes them grow. So your point was very true. It was very clean and clear, and I hope the viewers are going to benefit from your point.
Yeah, I think. Just one more addition to what you've just said now is to getting out of one's comfort zone.
Yes.
Because we're scared to get out of our comfort zone, and we're just so used to things being in a certain way. So we're like, okay, I'll go with this too. But we can get out of our comfort zones and just challenge ourselves to trying out that business idea that you have, trying out. Applying for that, scholarships and stuff like that, like applying for that thing. It's better to try than to never try.
Yeah, because I kind of post every single year, there are scholarships for the Turkish government offers scholarships, fully funded scholarships, and I do post it on my WhatsApp status, and people don't come. You understand? I want people to come, but they don't come.
Yeah.
They might come, and then they will do some steps, and then they don't.
The problem with stuff like that is because we're just like, they wouldn't pick me.
Yeah, I
don't think I'm qualified enough. Yeah, so we just give up before we even try.
We don't have confidence.
What I've learned is most of the times we are more qualified than we think we are. So it's just better to try and be rejected.
I mean, there's no loss in trying. You understand?
So always getting out of your comfort zone, taking up new opportunities, and just seeing how that goes, maybe.
Because we have internet, and the opportunities are everywhere.
Yeah, sure. Of course, the internet. I wouldn't say everyone in Malawi has internet. Okay.
I mean, but I'm talking about the youngsters. Most of the youngsters, there's internet, and
I mean, we're on TikTok, TikTok,
YouTube,
and other websites.
But
we can
blind
try.
Dates.
People dancing.
Yeah. Okay, Ruthie. Thanks for the talk, the interview. It was so good. I enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed as well.
I did. Okay. Definitely did.
Okay. Guys, that's the end of our interview. I was with Ruthie Coffee, and I hope you guys got enlightened. What was really start to, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. That was me, Hussein Mdala, hosting the 5th episode of Gen Z Sessions. Until next time, see you. Goodbye.